Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel, the Starlight Witch, and today we are looking into the North Star for guidance on the month of March. This month is full of new beginnings of all kinds. We have Mercury retrograde until the 20th in the sign of Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac. So it's kind of closing a chapter, is making us reflect on everything that these last year has been. And then we have Aries season, which is the first sign of the zodiac. And we have Ostara, or the spring equinox, which is the beginning of a new year in the cycles of nature, is when everything wakes up and comes back to life, and when new things start growing. This is nature's start of the year. So for this month's reading, I have three doors for you to choose from. We have door number one, door number two, and door number three. So take a deep breath, sit with it for a moment, and pick the door that is calling out to you the most. Okay, that one that gives you a hint, that one that gives you a sense of curiosity. You will find your reading there. Timestamps will be put in the description box to take you directly to your reading. But before we start, allow me to do a couple of disclaimers in here. The first one being that this is, of course, a general reading. It's meant for the collective and without any specific person in particular um, in mind. Is not made for anyone in particular. So please do take what resonates and leave the rest. If the messages of a certain reading are not um, resonating with you, feel free to listen to other piles and then you might find your message there. Okay? And of course, none of these readings are meant to replace any kind of medical advice or legal advice or financial advice. This is not meant for that, so do not take it as such. And if you need to consult with actual professionals in the matter, please do so. Okay? Remember that the cards only reveal what the energy is currently at the moment. So if you see or hear anything that you don't like, remember that you are the writer of your own book, the captain of your own ship. You are the master of your own life. So feel free to make any necessary changes um, so those things would not happen. Okay? So, with all of that in mind, let's see what the month of March has in store. I will see you at your reading. If you chose door number one, this beautiful blue door, then this is your message. There is a little message in the back of this card, but we are going to read it at the very end. So, in the meantime, I'm just gonna leave it here. Sorry about the glare. And let's start looking at what the month of March has in store. What is the general energy of the month of March for pile number one? We have the Sphinx with ancient wisdom, the Sun with vitality, and Mountain with goals. Okay, that is a very beautiful reading, I believe. I'm having a lot of Egyptian vibes in here. Even though these are mountains, the shape actually resembles the pyramids. So, yes, I'm getting a lot of that type of energy. This is going to be a very active month for my people of pile number one. There is a lot of vitality, a lot of energy. The sun is actually coming back in the northern hemisphere for those of us that have been going through winter, and you are waking up alongside nature. Okay, this is a time when you are going to be feeling very energized and very driven and motivated to pursue your goals. Okay, this is where you get the motors running and the, well, not the race, but just the activity starts. Is where everything says go, 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 and you get in motion in the pursuit of these goals. With ancient wisdom here, I'm hearing that you may be receiving a lot of guidance from your angels, your ancestors, and in the physical world, you may be even getting a mentor or discovering a mentor. Um, there could be a teacher that's actually coming into your life. You may be starting an apprenticeship, a training session, maybe even a new job, and there is someone who is going to be there to guide you. Okay, so you are not going to have to do it all alone. This pursuit of your goals can be aided and helped out by a mentor, someone who will be there to guide at least a part of the road for you, to teach you the ropes, to get you going, to get you started. Okay, so I'm definitely getting starting a new course of study, a new job, an apprenticeship, maybe even a master or a PhD, a new creative pursuit as well, maybe starting your own business or getting your business ready for a new product, a new launch, a new season. Something here is advancing towards your goals, towards your dreams, okay? Whatever those goals and dreams are, you're ready to go. You have the energy, the vitality, the light is on, the guidance is there, and everything is looking actually great for you at this time. I love that for you. So, whatever your goals are this month, it's definitely a good idea not to put them, not to leave them for later, because sometimes we do have the tendency of procrastinating. It is not time for procrastination anymore. Now, let's see what will be your blessings, your challenges, and something you need to know about the month of March. Okay, for your blessings, oh, okay. We have the Five of Pentacles and Lavender with tranquility, kindness, and self care. Now, the Five of Pentacles is usually a card of lack, of feeling left out in the cold, or of being sick, of being without, of not having enough resources, okay? But with the Five of Pentacles as your blessing, I'm getting that you are moving out of a phase like this, okay? And also that you have the knowledge of what it's like to be in this place. You know how it's like to be at the bottom, a rock bottom, and the positivity, the silver lining of being in such a place is that the only way is up from here, right? The only way to go is up when you find yourself at rock bottom. Something else that is always part of the Five of Pentacles card is that there is usually help available. Sometimes we don't realize that there is help available. Sometimes we tell ourselves, we think that if we ask for that help, it will not be given to us, it will not be granted. Sometimes we don't want to ask for help because we don't want to owe anything to anyone, or we don't want to be a burden, or I mean, the reasons are many, okay? But there is help available. Okay, you can see the fire here in the stone circle. You have the sun with vitality, and you also have ancient wisdom, which again, to me, is it speaks of someone being there for you to give you their wisdom, to teach you, to guide you, to help you. There is help available. So, for your blessings in the month of March, I see you at least working, starting to get yourself out of a scarcity mindset, getting yourself out of feeling left out, feeling poor, feeling disgraced. Really, it is definitely a good thing. Whatever you have been through, it's enough of that, and the sun is now shining above you, and it's time to move outside of this personal winter, outside of that scarcity, and it's time to look for the light, to reach for the light, and to ask for and accept help. Okay, you have here tranquility, kindness, and self-care. So with kindness, again, I'm getting that you will either be on the receiving end of the kindness of someone else. Again, I see mentors, I see guidance, I see help for you. So you will definitely be in the receiving end of kindness from other people. And also, please remember that with kindness, you can always get more and better than if you have a different attitude towards other people. So remember to be kind to those who show up for you and to those who are trying to help you. Okay? These help, these kindness will bring you a sense of tranquility. It will help you feel better and that you are on your way, that you are being looked after, and it will give you time and space to give you a form of self care. So, your blessing for the month of March is leaving a scarcity mindset or a scarcity situation in your life. Now, for your challenges, we have the High Priestess and the walking staff with support and encouragement. And with these cards, what I'm getting is that you may be having a hard time understanding what the guidance, what the messages are, especially if they are coming from a higher source, a higher power. Maybe you call it God or Spirit, the universe, your angels, your ancestors, a particular deity, any of these type of things. You might be having a little bit of a hard time seeing these signs, understanding those messages, or even understanding that these are messages, right? That they are sending you signs and guiding the way. And with walking staff here and support and encouragement, again, I am getting the vibe that you might be someone who doesn't like to ask for help, who is not comfortable accepting any type of help and support and these kinds of things. Okay, so remember that for your blessings here, you have that help. You have someone who is going to come to you with kindness. Okay, so it's definitely the best thing for you going forward to separate yourself from that type of mentality. You know, sometimes people help because they want to, because it makes them feel good, because they feel like they have something that they can offer you that will make your life easier, that would make your burdens less heavy. You know, that there is a myriad of reasons why people might want to help you, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you will owe them anything, that you are in debt, or that you are a burden. Okay, so if you Let yourself be supported, be helped, be guided. Um, I think that is not only going to be really good for you, especially in the pursuit of your goals, but it can also help you build community, right? Because if you have a community surrounding you, supporting you, you will never feel left out in the cold. So allow yourself to be helped, allow yourself to be guided, allow yourself to be the recipient of such kindness. All right? Even if you are having a hard time with it, this is a lesson for you to learn in the month of March. And I definitely feel like you'll be better for it at the end of this month and going forward. And the something I need to know, there's something you need to know for me is a wild card. This can present itself as an energy, a circumstance, a situation, a person, anything could happen in regards to these cards. So it's just like a heads up of something that might show up throughout the month. For you, oh wow, yeah, the Ten of Pentacles and Broom, energy clearing and freshening, and this is so beautiful. Here with the Ten of Pentacles, I can see that perhaps the help and the kindness that you will be receiving might be financial, okay? Someone may come with the intention of investing money in your education, your business, your products, whatever it is that your goal and your dream and these dream that you are pursuing is, there will be people who are willing to help you financially. Okay, or you might be receiving an inheritance, you might be receiving a loan. um, there is some kind of financial abundance that comes to you this month that will help you bring those goals into fruition. Okay, with the Five of Pentacles here as well in a position of blessings, you have money being highlighted this month for you. Okay, with broom and energy clearing and freshening, I can also see that because you have here on your blessings, these Five of Pentacles, this energy here, this is definitely being left behind. The energy is clearing and you are not feeling left out, poor, that scarcity, that super difficult situation to be in. It's definitely going to become a thing of the past. And the beginning of that process for you starts in March. I'm not saying that you will see the results immediately because it usually doesn't happen like that. But whatever you do this month, whatever you start this month, is going to eventually lead to more abundance, okay? Because you have here the Ten of Pentacles. This is going to lead you to abundance, to prosperity, and is going to clear those energies of scarcity and loss and sickness and all of that away from your life. And I think it's a very beautiful thing. So, in this month, definitely be aware of signs, of symbols, of anything that you may believe in. Okay, so pay attention to the lyrics of the music you're listening to, a particular paragraph or sentence that calls your attention in a book, the numbers that you see on your clock, on your microwave, on your watch, on your wrist, whenever they repeat themselves. If you find an object or something in a place that's not supposed to be in, and it's like a natural sign, is an element of nature, or something that reminds you of a loved one that passed away at some point, these things are all signs and they are here to guide you, to give you their wisdom, and to let you know that you are not alone. Okay, so pay attention to signs and do invest your energy into the pursuit of your goals. But remember, some people will show up to help, and it is a lesson for you to learn this month that it's okay to receive help. It's okay to ask for help. And if help is offered to you, it's okay to accept it. Okay? Allow yourself to be supported, allow yourself to be helped. Only good things can come out of all of this. Now, before I let you go, I want to grab a last message because, again, there is a lot of change and energies of new beginnings and a heavy Mercury retrograde and a lot of fire energy that's going on. And I want to give you a last message of self care, something that you can do throughout this month to help you to take care of yourself. Okay? Okay, so we got release, which definitely goes in line with everything that we talked about. And it says, sometimes the best way to grow is to simply let go. I love that. Okay, so um, it does feel to me like it's time to let go of a scarcity mindset. It's time to let go of pride and whatever keeps you from being comfortable with receiving help. It's time to let the past go in order to open a new door, to start a new season, to start writing a new chapter in your life. Okay? Now, let's see the message that's behind your door. And it says, deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on, hold on. Wow. Okay. Maybe with this message appearing behind your door, maybe this dream, this goal that you have been pursuing is something that's not brand new. It's something that maybe you've been trying to get off the ground for a while, but it hasn't happened. Maybe you have not got customers yet. Maybe you haven't find your success just yet. Maybe you haven't been able to find investors. Um, Maybe you've been applying for a lot of jobs but have not been given the opportunity. You have not been given a promotion, or that's something else that could take you higher, that could move you closer to your goal. Okay? So, if that is the case, and I do believe it is, this definitely says keep trying. Okay? It feels like you're about to get there. So, if you quit, you may never find what happens if you succeed. And it feels definitely like you are going to succeed. Okay, so I hope that this helped you in any way, shape, or form, that you found something of value here, and that if this resonated with you, I hope that you put in practice the advice that resonated with you from this reading. Please do like and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. It would really help my channel and I would really appreciate it. If you would like to book a personal reading, my email address is on the description box, and that's definitely an option. And I also have my coffee link if you would like to support me as a creator. You will also find it on the description box. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great month of March, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye. If you chose door number 2, this door right here, then this is your reading. This card actually has a message on the back, but we are going to read it at the very end. In the meantime, I'm going to leave it here. Sorry about the glare. Okay, so let's see what the general energy of the month of March is for you. Door number 2. We have a balance, nice. Boundaries, oh boy. And revelation, wow. Okay. I can see that door number two are people who are being currently quite affected by Mercury retrograde. So, if Mercury retrograde has been hitting you hard, this is probably your pile. With a revelation here, this is definitely something that Mercury retrograde does. It could be because you are remembering something that happened in the past, you are reflecting on something that happened in the past, any of Mercury's red type of things. So, revise, remember, revisit, all of these kind of things, reevaluate. That one is very important. We examine events that have taken place in the past. Sometimes we are gifted revelations. We understand why certain things happened, what in your life or in your attitude or in the company you keep has allowed that thing to take place or to happen the way that it did, right? So you definitely get a moment of understanding here. That moment of understanding could be that things are out of balance. It could be that you are on the giving or receiving end of these because these could play out in two different ways. Okay, it could be that you have been giving a lot more than you've been receiving, or the other way around. And in that case, if you have been giving more, you need to set boundaries. Okay, so you in the month of March, you begin to understand here where you need to bring balance, where you need to set boundaries. And it could also be that you have been the one receiving more than you have been given, and that those people that have been given so much to you might set boundaries as well. So, this is definitely a moment of revelation that brings things into balance. If you are the person that's putting those boundaries, I beg you to be very firm with them and not allow people to walk all over you or to try to take advantage of you. But if you have been on the receiving end, on the taking more than you are giving back, and then please do respect other people's boundaries. Okay, this is what makes for good relationships with other people. And these could be in many different scenarios. These could be at work, it could be at home, it could be with your friendships, it could be with social media, it could be even with yourself, you know, with the way that you take or don't take care of yourself, with the way that you spend your money, with even the way that you use your free time. So, this is definitely something happens during the month of March that make you see where in your life you need balance and boundaries. Wow, that's powerful right there. But yes, this is my hit hard by Mercury retrograde people. Now, let's pick a card to see what your blessings, challenges, and something you need to know for the month of March will be. All right, so let's start with your blessings. Oh, wow. Okay, you have the King of Pentacles here and roots with healthy patterns and earthly grow. Wow, these are beautiful cards. So, with the King of Pentacles, I see someone here that is in a very good position. I see you as someone who has a very stable job. You're probably making a good amount of money. You probably have good savings and find yourself in a comfortable position in your life, right? And this might be one of the reasons why some people might be trying to take advantage of you or might have been taking advantage of you. But you definitely will be enjoying abundance and prosperity and stability, safety, tranquility during the month of March. Okay. And it might even be that you putting in place certain things to ensure that your legacy is well rooted. Okay. So you might be setting up a new settings account. You might be making an investment. Um, there are things here that you are considering or might actually pull the trigger on that set you up for future prosperity, that ensure that there is something very stable in here in the future for you. Okay, with healthy patterns here, I can see that if you are indeed making an investment or doing something of the like, this is something that you have researched, this is something that you have planned for a while. It's not impulsive, it's not of the moment, it's not on a whim, but rather it's something that is going to be very good for your future and the future of your family. Okay, as well with healthy patterns in here, I can see that actually setting those boundaries and putting things, bringing things into balance is the right thing to do for yourself. Okay, so that is something to keep in mind, and I find that to be really good for you. For your challenges, we have the Wheel of the Year. This is the Wheel of Fortune. And Rosemary with remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness. Wow. Okay. So, with the Wheel of the Year, I get the sense of change. And of course, we already saw that with the general energy here of your cards, because there is a change when things have been out of balance and you bring them into balance, you establish some change. And the same thing is when you put boundaries out there, there is change. So, of course, there is this change that is coming into your life or that you are enacting into your life. And because this is in the position of challenges, it might be that it won't be that easy to bring balance into whatever has not been working properly into your life, or that people will not react well to you setting boundaries, right? We have remembrance, loyalty, and faithfulness. So it might be that these people that you need to set boundaries um, to have been part of your life for a very long time. Perhaps they are family members, perhaps they are close friends, perhaps they are even your partner, your children, your grandchildren, someone who means a lot to you. And we have been raised in a world that says that sometimes you have to put up with a number of things because those people are your family, right? Because they are your parents, they are your children, they are your partner, they are friends from childhood or college, or I don't know, just someone really important in your life. It might be that it doesn't feel comfortable to set those boundaries. It might be that you don't feel comfortable setting those boundaries because these represents again a moral conundrum for you, that you have to fight against these ideas, these things that we have been taught in the past in order to do what's best for yourself. So you might have a bit of a hard time with setting those boundaries, with making the changes that are definitely best for yourself, because I see it that way. I see that this is something that it's needed in your life. Change is coming and it might not be comfortable, it might not feel good at the beginning, but I feel like it's definitely the best for you. And then we have the something I need to know cards, which for me, they usually manifest in different ways throughout the month. It could be that they are a particular energy, a circumstance, a person, anything at all. This is a wild card, basically, and it could manifest in a myriad of ways throughout the month. Now, let's see. Oh, beautiful. Okay. You have the star and salt with protection and banishing negativity. Yes, and this to me reinforces the idea that we have here of the need for boundaries and balance. Okay, the need for those changes. The star is hope and it's healing. Okay, so if someone has been draining your resources or taking too much of your energy, if someone has been stealing your ideas or anything, whatever it is that you find here that has been out of balance. If you have been taking care of someone, showing up for someone, babysitting your grandchildren so your children can have fun, but maybe they are taking too much advantage of these. They are asking too often, and even sometimes they might not even be asking, they might be expecting that of you. To give you an example, right? Or maybe you are the guardian, the financial guardian for someone, and they are demanding too much of your resources here. Maybe it is an old friend. Maybe it even is a business partner that has not been putting their fair amount of work and everything that you need to do in that business, in that job, in that position is just taking too much from you. Okay, so there is definitely healing that needs to be done here. And with salt here and protection and banishing negativity, it's definitely again a reinforcement that whatever it is that you need to set boundaries to and that you need to bring into balance is definitely something that needs to be cut off. Okay, you need to get rid of those things because they are not good for you. You need to put a limit to those people. And I'm not going to say that you need to get rid of them, but you definitely need to use your discernment and make sure that they respect your boundaries, right? Just that anything that needs to be put in place for your own peace of mind and for your own healing, for your own well being going forward is definitely the right decision. So, whenever you find yourself struggling here to put those systems in place, to put those boundaries in place, to get that started, it's definitely worth to remember that it's the right thing to do, okay, for yourself. So, the month of March for you is going to be a reevaluation of people and things and the way that you spend your money, the way that you, things that you spend your energy doing or giving. Any of those things, it's time to reevaluate the way that things have been going and to make some hard decisions that will definitely eventually take you to a good place. Overall, it looks like it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but necessary. Now, because we have so much fire energy and so many new beginnings, we have the astrological new year, we have nature's new year, we have Mercury retrograde. I decided to give you a message of self care, of something, a little something that you can do to take better care of yourself and to work on your well being for the month of March. Let's close the reading with this message. And we have self worth. Love it. I love this card and I love this deck. That cake looks delicious, doesn't it? So it says, why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? Nice. I do feel like it resonates with the messages that we have been talking about. And right now, it definitely feels like that you have been on the giving too much and not receiving enough end of things rather than the other way around, right? You need to put those boundaries in place because perhaps this is not fair that you are always giving of yourself and not receiving enough in exchange. So, whatever these other person or situation, your boss, your business, any person in your life might be in your life at this moment, what they have been giving you is crumbs. And it's time that you demand more for yourself. Definitely. So, last but not least, before I let you go, let's see what's the message behind door number 2. Three eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. Ooh, that's interesting. Well, Mercury, that is currently retrograde, is the messenger of the gods and is the planet of communication. So there's definitely messages of revelation coming to you. There's change that is coming, and I see good things coming out of all of these. Maybe not immediately, maybe not by the end of March precisely, but eventually, what you planned right now, what you put in place, what you set for yourself in the month of March will bring about good things in the future. Okay, so I hope that this message resonated with you or that you found something useful in here and that you will use it to help yourself and to take care of yourself in the month of March. If it is, please do like and subscribe. That would really help my channel. And subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. If you would like to book a personal reading, my email address is on the description box, and that is definitely possible. If you would like to support me as a creator, my coffee link is also in the comments, and it's never expected but always appreciated, so thank you very much. In the meantime, I hope that you have a great month of March, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye bye. If you chose this card, this door, then this message is for you. This card actually has a little message in the back of it, but we are going to read it at the very end. In the meantime, I'm just gonna leave it here. And sorry about the glare. Now, let's look at the overall energies of March. What are the overarching energies of the month of March for door number 3? So we have the house with familiarity, fire with expansion, and ram with leadership. Nice. This definitely feels like you are leaving your comfort zone and going for it. You have a big dream and you are pursuing. You are leaving your comfort zone for something new and exciting, and you are not waiting for anyone or anything. You are doing this thing and not looking back, and I love it. I can see people who are leaving their country, changing careers, starting their own business, starting a family. That's definitely something here that signals radical change. You have this beautiful house, and then there's fire. You're setting fire to your comfort zone. You're setting fire to that sense of familiarity, and you are taking off And the ram is also the symbol of Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, and it's going to be Aries season, I think, on the 21st of this month. So I may have Aries people here, and definitely there is a great deal of determination, and I can see people who are tired with the way the things have been, who are tired of maybe even a stagnation. Maybe you have been feeling stagnant, okay, trapped in a box, in a certain situation in which you have become comfortable, even if it's not ideal, even if it's not what you want or what you dream of. You have become comfortable in some places, in some situations, maybe even in a relationship, but you are tired of that. You are setting that shit on fire and moving away quickly. This is the pile of people who are leaving their comfort zone. You're just going ahead. You're going for it. There's no more excuses. You're tired. You're done. You're doing this thing, and that's it. And I love it. Okay, so now let's see what your blessings, challenges, and something you need to know about the month of March is. Now, let's see. On your blessings, yeah, you have the Eight of Chalices, the Eight of Cups, and soil with stability and simplicity. Beautiful. Yeah, this is definitely the pile of my people who have had it. Whatever it is that your comfort zone and your everyday life and everything that is familiar to you has been looking like, you are leaving it behind and never looking back. You're done. You don't want that anymore. There is no way that you can keep going this way for even another month. It's just not a thing. Okay? So you make the decision, you actually do the thing. And I love it for you, because it takes courage to do that type of thing. It takes courage to do that type of thing. With soil here, with stability and simplicity, I'm definitely getting the vibe of someone leaving their country, their state, their town, a job that they hate, flaky partner, an unstable relationship, something that just doesn't work for you. Might even be social media, and you have had it. So now you just don't want to be part of that anymore. You want to go analog now. You want simplicity. You want things that feel real and things that actually bring you peace, that keep you grounded, and where new things can grow. Okay, because where do we plant seeds? In the soil, and you want expansion. Okay, how that expansion looks like will be different for every person, but you definitely want something better. Not just more, definitely more because you have expansion, but definitely better. You have things that are durable and things that make your life easy. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. Okay, so you definitely will have in the month of March the right circumstances, the right opportunities, the things that you need to help you make this change, to help you leave that all behind, is definitely something that's coming to you in the month of March. Now, for your challenges, you have the King of Wands and the Mortar and Pestle with integration, subtlety, and thoroughness. Oh boy. Okay, yeah. I definitely get the vibe of Aries people here. There is so much fire. I feel I'm getting a vibe of impulsivity here. Okay, like this is one of those situations in which you wake up one day and you decide that you're done. Okay, but there isn't much of a plan here. It might be that you are not even sure of what that future looks like. You just know that you are done with whatever it is that you want to leave behind. But where are you going? Okay, where is the road taking you? You don't know. I'm definitely getting that vibe. Like, this is a spur of the moment kind of thing. You just know that you want to be done with it, but you don't know where um, this is taking you next. Where are you going next? What does that look like? Okay, so you may have a hard time here formulating a plan for this idea. I can definitely see that you will not be subtle. Remember to be kind to the people around you, especially those who deserve it. But with a thoroughness here as part of your challenges, it feels very Aries energy because Aries are the ones who take the lead, who take the leap of faith as well, right? They just go for it without thinking too much. There is a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of determination to get things started, to get things going, to leave some things behind, right? But they burn so bright, so hard, so intensely that it fizzles out quite quickly, right? So you may be having a hard time keeping that fire contained. And I do think it is important because you don't want to burn every bridge, you don't want to burn the whole place down. I believe that with these being in your challenges, March may be a month to start figuring out what that future looks like, right? Okay, I'm leaving, but where am I going next? What am I doing next? What does better and stable and simple, what does that future look like? Okay? And be careful with impulsivity, okay? Of course, when we feel done with something, when we just want to burn the place down and leave it behind without looking back, there are good reasons for that. So that's okay. That is okay. I'm pretty sure that you have reached this point because it's good for you, because you need it, because this is definitely something that has to happen in your life for your betterment and your well being. Just be careful of not rushing into it and taking down things that perhaps were not meant to be destroyed. Okay? That you have some sort of a plan, at least an idea of what it is that you are getting yourself into. Okay? So you now know that you need to move forward, that you need to leave, that you need to get out of this thing. You've had it. But instead of rushing into it, start formulating a plan. Okay? I know that this is hard. Perhaps at this month you will be feeling, you will be overcome with those feelings of, I'm done. But I think that it will be better for you if you start moving towards something that at least you have an idea, an inkling of what it will look like, of what it will, why it is best for you, why is this your next destination, your next thing, rather than just jumping without even looking. And yeah, I definitely feel like it's time to come up with a plan. And for your something I need to know cards, these tend to present itself themselves into many different kinds of situations. They could refer to a general energy, a particular circumstance, a person, something that happens throughout the month. These are wild cards and they can manifest themselves in a myriad of ways, okay? And yeah, you have the Oak King, which is traditionally the Hanged Man, and Earthworm with clarity and rumination. Yeah, the message here is clear. You feel trapped, okay? You feel trapped in that comfort zone and whatever that house, that structure that feels like a prison in your life looks like, which again, it could be anything. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be even your country, your um, place in the world, it could be a career, it could be, I don't know, anything, anything really. And I also get a certain vibe here of people who are fighting for the greater good, because the world that we live in is on fire at the moment, and rightfully so. There is a bunch of structures here that definitely need to be taken down. They need to be changed into something that actually works for all of us, right? So I can definitely see people here who are fighting for the greater good. People who are protesting their governments, people who are demanding change, people who are defending their neighbors and marginalized communities. I can definitely see the people here who are not just taking care of themselves, but who want to work in their communities to build a better future. That fire to me also represents the fury that we feel when we see all the injustices that are taking place in the world, more wars being put in place, law enforcement abusing their power, terrible rich old men just being general dickheads and ruining life for the rest of us. Um, I'm just gonna put that out there, but yes, I can see that perhaps this is what you are feeling, okay? You've had it with the way that the world works, and it's hard sometimes to have a plan because with the hanged man here is that sense of suspension and always being trapped in an uncomfortable position. Even if this is just in your personal life, if this doesn't talk about someone who wants to be more active in the community and for the greater good, whatever this comfort zone, this situation that you want to leave behind, that you want to burn down, is not something that can happen right away. I'm definitely getting that idea, you know? So you're feeling trapped, you're feeling suspended, and perhaps it's difficult to come out with a plan to get it all started because it's not clear. The path isn't clear. The path isn't clear. And of course, the same applies if you are fighting for the greater good, right? If what you want to burn down is the system, the man, the government, and all of those things, war, injustices, all of these type of stuff, it can feel sometimes as if there is no way out because those people are in control of everything, right? So some things may feel sometimes unsurmountable. But the good thing of the Hanged Man, of the O King in this deck, is that it brings a new perspective. Allow that fire, that impulsivity, that I'm done with this shed energy, allow it to take place. Allow it to open your mind, okay? But don't let it consume you because this is not something that can happen overnight. And you might find yourself still stuck for a little bit in that situation, in that place. But it is of great importance, okay? This is a major arcana, that you use that to your advantage, that you use that time that will force you, right, to calm down, to see things from a different perspective. You have clarity here, also rumination. But instead of falling into rumination, try to search for clarity. Okay, allow for that different point of view to give you ideas, to show you the path forward. Okay, something can always be gained from pausing, taking a breather, and assessing the situation with a clear head. Because there is so much fire here, I don't see this as happening with a clear head, right? There is an intense feeling that's taking over, and if you let it burn you all the way, you won't be able to keep going. You won't be able to actually make the change, to leave, to create that stability, right? So, with the hanged man, do pause, okay? Think it over. Not because you should stay, okay? Not because you should stay, not because you should not do this, but because you need a plan. Clear path forward. You need to put ideas in place, you need to put safeguards, and to figure out what the best route is. If you're leaving, then what's the best way to go to where I want to go? And where do I want to go in the first place, right? So keep that fire within you alive, but make sure that you have a plan before you set out on that road. If you don't have clarity, you will fall into rumination. Okay? So, whatever it is here, whether it be for social justice or whether it be for a personal circumstance, situation, anything that is in your life at the moment, it will benefit, from a plan, from a clear vision and a clear idea of what it is that you want. It's great to know that you don't want something anymore, but what do you want instead, and what is the best way to do it? Okay, so let's close your message with a little message of self care because there is a lot happening this month. Definitely. So many new beginnings, and there's a Mercury retrograde that is so much fire. There is so much that's happening everywhere, and I thought that you would benefit from a little message of self care. Okay. Yeah, we have move. And I mean, I don't even have to explain this, right? I don't even have to say anything more. A long walk is good for the soul. Get outside and allow Mother Nature to lift your spirits. And I definitely see how this is the best way for you to take care of yourself during the month of March. There is a lot of energy that is pent up inside of you, and it needs an outlet. It needs something to not consume you, to not take over you, right? You need to give it an outlet, you need to do something to channel it, right? So go for a walk. And also other kinds of movement. Dance is really good for mental health and to lift your spirits. Or go to the gym if that's what you like. You can go for a swim. You can do yoga. There is a myriad of ways in which you can use movement to give an outlet, to give a channel to all of these energy. right? So, yes, in the month of March, take time for movement in whichever way works for you the most. If you have a park nearby, if you have a natural space around you or that you can access easily, then take advantage of it. Take advantage of it, practice grounding. It will help you manage all of these energies and everything that is going on throughout the month of March. And finally, let's read the message behind door number 3. Divine Guardian, do not be nervous today or tonight. The path you are on will lead you just right. Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need to say anything more because, yes, this is the right decision for you, whatever this is. Okay. If this is personal, you need this. You need this. And if this is for the greater good, for your community, for social justice, we all need this. We all need it. This is the right path. This is the right thing. Yeah, this is, it's right. So even if it cannot happen right away, just know that if you keep going, that if you do the thing, it's gonna take you where you need to be. Okay, so that's it from me this month. Please remember that you are the writer, the author of your own story. You decide what is best for you. So I hope that you found something in here that helped you in any way, shape, or form, that gave you something of value, and that it's helping you in any way. If so, please do like and subscribe if you would like to see more content from me. I upload videos whenever I can, and they are always made with the intention of helping the people who find them. If you would like to book a personal reading, my details are in the description box. That is definitely an option. If you would like to support me as a creator, my coffee link is also in the comments. And in the meantime, I hope that you have a great month of March and that you find the right way forward. I hope to see you again very soon. Bye bye.